Hello, this is Kyle with Drawing Navigator. Let's jump right into how we're reinventing the way that you work with your CAD PDF drawings. Something that's often overlooked but used everywhere in the machinery business, and it tends to take up a lot of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through the basics here, and then we'll go into actually a real-time import of a new database to show the setup procedure. First off, we have our search bar, so you can either type by part number or you can search by name. You know, any field that you have in your database, it will pull up along with the custom tags that you can add in the Navigator itself. Once you have some search results pulled up, you can get a little preview before you open them. Let's say we want this chair leg because we need to make a change to it. So what we're going to do is we'll pull this up. We'll review it against our ECR. We can come over here and we can copy the entire column values for our where used list. We can easily open all of these to actually look at those, make sure our change doesn't affect anything. Once you open the drawing, it will automatically scan your PDFs and pull up a preview when you click on the actual item balloons. It'll go through and real-time scan your PDFs for any circles, and then it'll match the item numbers to what you have imported in your BOM column. You can get a better view here. You can copy any of your data that you have in the database. You can also add your own custom fields, as we will see later. Let's see if we can do one of the more annoying things. Let's say I've just released this drawing package, and now I need to take this PDF and all of the other ones and send it out for quote or to the manufacturing department. Generally, you got to open Adobe and put all of the files into it and organize them. Here, you just open the top level one that you want, and you'll hit Create Design Package. This will go ahead and save a design package. You can see it appeared right here. We can open it up, and you can see that it has gone through and picked all of our subcomponents and put them into one PDF file for us automatically. And just close out of that. You can do that at any lower level. So if you only wanted from this footrest assembly down, you could create a sub design package right here, names it, and then you can go through here. Here's all of our parts. It does not include files that do not have drawings. So for instance, we do not have the screws in this particular assembly, but all of the hard parts are included. Let's see here. We can go through here. If for some reason you need to add any notes or anything, you can easily open it. You can save a copy of the open drawing, just the current one, for emailing out to get quotes or to send questions on. You can set favorite drawings. So, well, that one's the one we already had open, but you can set any parts and stuff that you reference often. I like to go through here and use this for quoting custom equipment. That's a big use case because you can easily search for anything. Like say you can find anything in the chair, and we'll be able to just open that print and quickly copy all of the stuff over to an Excel file, so that way we can quote new projects with it. I would say let's go ahead and do a real-time loading, just so we can kind of see how quickly it can be set up in your own use case. So what we'll do here is I have it preloaded here, but we will open our directory here that's got a copy of all of our drawings, and it's got a spreadsheet template. Now this is set up for the drawings that we already have, but you can either use this template or you can connect it directly to like any sort of database or MRP system to pull directly from there. So whether you're working with an ERP or you have just a dump like I do here of all of your data, you can import that. You will notice we've got two custom columns here, cost and quantities, very helpful for quoting. So we're going to leave that open here, and we're going to go into the options. And when we go to import our spreadsheet here, we're going to see that we can choose our file. So I've already actually added it here, but we'll go ahead and let's just delete all this. And so we can just do it from scratch. So we're going to copy the path to our spreadsheet here. We're just going to paste that in here, and we're going to add it. Then we're going to change it to the test structure, make this a little bigger so we can see what we're doing. And then we can come down through here and we can see that there's cost and on-hand quantity in columns 8 and 9. So we can look at that and we verify that is correct. If it was not, you would just come in here and change it. Close this before it accesses it. We'll save it, and then we'll load the preview data. And now you can see that we have cost and on-hand values for everything that's in here. We have imported our BOM correctly, as well as our one instruction document. So now that that is done, we actually have it set up. If we need to add any more values, you can add a virtually unlimited number of documents and their any user field. So you could put, you know, source or anything that you wanted from your ERP. We're going to go ahead and just load the data. And now it is completely loaded. So now we can come back here, and it's not going to look any different because these are the same drawings as before. However, we will see the real-time scanning of the overlay. Down here in the bottom, you can see it's actually regenerating the overlay because we've cleared out the one that I had previously loaded. And now we should be able to go through and click on any of these item balloons, and it should show up, and it does. When you pick any BOM items, it will actually highlight your item balloons on every page, so that way it can be easy to figure out where item number 1 actually is in your print. If we make this a little bigger, we can see that we now have cost and our on-hand quantity actually shown in our database. So now when we do any sort of searching, like let's look for any table parts, we can now see that we have cost and quantity basically associated with everything that we've loaded. We've loaded, I don't know, a dozen or so drawings. This will work nearly instantly up to several 100,000 drawings. You shouldn't see any sort of slowdown. So let's go ahead and we'll open the table assembly and we can watch it do its scan. If you click beforehand, nothing will happen because we're still generating. Now that it's generated, we should be able to, and we can. Every now and again, it will miss one. That's currently a work in progress. I will get it to where it detects better, but it gets, I would say, 90% of all of the stuff. You can now see that you have your all of our custom data that we have saved. So I can go ahead and just hit copy all. And so if I was doing a quote, I could easily just open an Excel spreadsheet and copy any data that I wanted directly into my, you know, cost estimation sheet. You can also just, you know, pick any one value so you don't have to copy all of them once if you don't want to. Let's say that you have a department who does the naming for you, and they've named this something that you find difficult to search, or they change it. You can go down here and we can add a tag. Let's pretend we sell this separately and we sold it under a serial number. So let's just put SN for serial number and let's go 567. And then we can enter that and we'll attach it to this print. And it is now associated with this drawing. Doesn't change anything in the associated you know, BOM spreadsheet or in your MRP system. It's totally independent, so you don't accidentally mess anything up. And then let's say we want to find everything with a serial number. You can see it already populates up here because it has detected it in the background, but it will search by tags and pull everything that has a serial number. Or if you happen to know your serial number, you can just type it directly. Let's pull all of our part numbers up here. You can search, let's see, I only want revision 0, so I'm going to right click and put a filter on this column. And I only want stuff that has operations on it. So now this will pull my anything with operations or make. I can change this to just show by parts if I want. I can really go through here and fine tune my search for however I want. Then I can right click, I can export this as a CSV file to, you know, quickly locate any parts in my assembly that all have a common theme. And then once you go back, you can still just instantly find where any parts are used. For instance, somebody brings you this drawing and they need changes. You can quickly just open it up. Looks like our overlay is generated. It has. And now I can easily see that if I make changes to this chair, it will be used in, you know, the furniture set. Or if I need to see everywhere that, you know, the item number 6, this screw number 6 is used, it will highlight it for me. If I open that, it will easily show me that if I change this screw for some reason, it will affect all of my where used, so I can put this in my ECN. This is a a quick rundown of all of the current features. There are some other minor details, like there is a map view. Guess I'll show this real quick, where you can scroll around and see all of the layout like in a visual, and you can load a high res by clicking on it. If for some reason you need to quickly see where this is used, you can highlight all the instances of the part and zoom out, and you can see in the green boxes everywhere that this is currently used, and you can load a tree for basically any assembly. We also have a drawing compare that you can just load up 2 versions of a drawing. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's see if we have, oh, here we go, right here. We'll load these 2, and then we'll go ahead and load them at our standard DPI. And the first thing we'll do is we'll just do the manual compare. And what this does is it will toggle the drawings back and forth. And since our eyes are drawn to movement, we'll really quickly be able to tell that these quantities have changed. There's obviously a new isometric view added, and the revision block has changed. A really easy way to get a quick revision check as you're doing your ECM process. You can let it automatically scan for changes. It takes slightly longer, as it actually tries to read the entire image and figure out what has changed. We'll let it process here, and now you can see that we have it overlays all of the changes. So there's a change here, here, and here, and you can go back in between the 2 drawings to figure out which one actually has, the changes that you're looking for. And then I would say that is basically it. You can easily register your product here, easily get to the help file. That's basically all the functionality we have at this time. So I look forward to hearing what your thoughts about this and how you work with your own PDFs currently. So thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to hear your feedback. Thank you.